Randy's back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll pay you $3,000 to kiss your car on TV. And he goes,
sign me up.
Dalton from CboysTV crying.
that's my search history.
He told me the other day, he's like, bro, I'm getting death threats.
Oh my gosh.
What about that video last night? Whistlin Diesel dropped.
Dude, kind of caught a stray.
There are certain times in life where fit really matters, such as when you're picking out sneakers to start marathon training, or picking out your shirt for a first date, or maybe finding the right size dirt bike for you. And fit also really matters when it comes to finding the right doctor for your specific needs. The next time that I need a doctor, I will absolutely be using ZocDoc, and so should you. So stop putting off all those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/wideopen now to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/wideopen, ZocDoc.com/wideopen.
Can we burn Gavin's cowboy hat? Can we talk about
Why
that?
would you say that?
You know,
It looks stupid.
Gav goes to Nashville once, and now he just wears a cowboy hat and boots constantly.
It's so cringy.
That is a stone in a glass house from you, Ken. That is a stone in a glass house, brother. Yeah, if you would have hated Nashville, dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you would have
Hated
So many
it.
hot moms there.
You might have actually liked that part.
Maybe.
Just emitting from every speaker in that town was an up-and-coming talented artist that you would have just absolutely loathed.
Yeah, no. Keep the country music away from me.
Yeah, you could have showed up and maybe tried to talk him out of it. Like, have you guys ever heard of
Lil Peep.
Dude,
Who's the guy he loves?
Booby Ludovelli.
Fat Nick?
Oh, Fat
Fat Nick. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking for.
I did hear a Booby Ludovelli song. It was on my New Music Friday, and it was actually a banger. Mike. Dude, the fact that I can see the couch moving from that is concerning.
Yeah.
Did we end up in the garage?
Oh my gosh.
So good.
I'd have to go on a diet if I somehow broke our asses to the floor.
For sure. I think that would be the problem.
Yeah, you cracked the trust.
Dude, when we first built this, we had like some subs show up, and this one guy was huge. Like, I mean, he had to have been 300 pounds, if not more. And we had just built this. And I remember there being this whole debate, like, it's going to be shorter up here because we got bigger truss because it's the span and all this. So I was like, well, I guess we're going to find out.
If
And-
it's strong enough.
It was creaking. Still here, so.
Dude, we got a
Like,
packed
don't-
audience today.
Yeah, holy smokes.
We really piled it in the podcast studio. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Well, 12. We got 12 people up here. We might be at capacity.
Well, Gavin was staying over here for like a week straight. So, I mean. the
Yeah,
truss
that's
are-
true.
Or maybe the truss are a little weak now.
Are we started?
Yeah,
What?
we've been going for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's just a bad start.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I wasn't
yeah.
sure. Like,
Yeah, well, maybe do better next time.
So, yeah, the Vikings are still doing great.
All right, welcome back to the Life Wide Open podcast.
I don't think that
Ken!
makes it any.
let's go. All right.
Now it started.
Thanks for having us on,
Wow.
Ken.
Yeah.
You know, you wrapped your bike Minnesota Vikings themed, and now we're losing.
Dude,
We've lost the past 2 games
it
since
does-
you wrapped it.
Suck because I did do that 4 to 5 weeks ago and just like didn't ride the bike. And then now that I finally use it and posted it, we've been on a losing
I
streak.
think there's only one way to break this curse, and I think we need to ghost ride your bike.
Yeah, it seems like the only answer.
Yeah, you don't even ride combustion engine dirt bikes anymore anyways. You're a big electric guy.
Well, up until we pillaged the Cheetos bike and turned it into a golf cart.
Yeah, you were riding the e-bikes.
That's true.
Although I am fully
yeah,
in
yeah.
support of that.
I mean, dude, it's insane how fully E we went. We just like don't ride our combustion
It is
bike.
strange,
We just
dude.
don't.
Like, honestly, I'm going to look back on 2024 and be like, that was the year that just like out of nowhere, everything was just electric.
Dude,
It was like
electric
we've been
stuff-
using it for our whole life.
Electric stuff used to suck, though. And now it's
Yeah,
like really good.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It like finally just caught up to the times.
It seems like there's so many different companies popping up that are making pretty much the same product.
There is definitely different tiers to it. But I mean, that's like anything. But with Stark bikes, it's crazy how ahead of every other like manufacturer they are when they're a nobody. And you got like Yamaha, Honda, Kawasaki, KTM, all these guys that haven't made something comparable, and like they got like billions of dollars.
It is
like, how does
strange.
that work?
It is strange, yeah. Honestly, they need to just put some more money into marketing.
KTM has an e-bike, and it is much closer to our e-rides or a Suron. than it is to a Stark.
So
And
why?
I just saw that KTM just came out with their 2025 e-bike. Basically, it's like the equivalent to the like 500 or the 450 like XCW or whatever.
like a
It's
really
full
big,
size.
like a
Yeah,
touring
it's
bike?
no,
Ish, off-road
it's a
touring?
full size
Maybe I
like
didn't
trail bike.
See that one? The one I saw, it's
Full
like
size, like-
2/3 size, so it's not that one.
No.
It must be a bigger
Yeah,
one then.
The 2025 like so we'll see. Obviously, you're gonna see the OEMs coming out with e-bikes.
Yeah,
It'd
they
be
would
weird
have
if
They
did
have
that.
to.
Yeah.
I think
Dude,
I heard rumor of Honda. I don't really know what's going on with that.
It's
But
just a matter of time.
It'd be
Yeah.
dumb not
Do you
to,
think
but-
it's because there's not like a supercross class for them, so they can't promote them in that way? Like they
Yeah,
can't
I think
ride
that's
them on
gotta
their
be-
biggest stage, so they're like, eh.
It's gotta
Does-
be part
is
of
I don't know
Supercross
if
their
that-
biggest stage?
I don't
though?
know
Is
if
that like what
Supercross
pushes
is their big
marketing,
marketing.
probably their biggest
scheme, yeah.
audience.
I thought it was.
The
but-
most eyeballs probably they
I
get
feel
on their
like
brand.
25% or less of people who own a dirt bike watch Supercross or
But the
motocross
people
races.
that are going to go buy a brand new
Brand new,
motocross
yeah.
bike from
Well,
the
yeah,
dealership,
motocross
it's-
bike.
yeah,
I
it's
guess
a high percentage.
if
is
you're
watching
look, I guess
Supercross.
I'm just generalizing like dirt bikes in general. Like
I
so
agree.
many people.
I totally agree with you. I think it's just like racing. It's like NASCAR. Like you think anybody buys a fucking Camry because it's in NASCAR?
Yeah,
no,
that's
no
so
one has
funny.
ever bought a Camry because it's in NASCAR. But it's like they're promoting budget
Can
and
you
whatever. You
dude,
know?
You're like, dude, my
the
car
race car.
sucks.
Yeah, when
My
you're
car
watching
sucks.
when you're watching NASCAR and they have like the body of a Camry
Yeah.
on the
You know, it's a
Toyota
sticker
car.
of a
You're like,
Camry.
why does
and
mine
you-
sound
and you're
this way?
like, yeah, dude, my Camry.
I need
I
an
must just be
exhaust.
driving it different.
yeah, you see like Camaro and all that. You're like, wow, this is gonna be sick.
Dude.
I'm obviously into dirt bikes. Like that's like our world that we live in. And even I'm not even that into Supercross, but I am into Haiden Deegan. I think that he's like kind of bridged the gap of personality and then Supercross, where you don't just have to be into like the racer to like watch him or follow him or be into him. So
I agree.
I think you're gonna like see maybe more and more racers like try and do that, like get outside of Supercross.
The thing is, you got to be that guy. Even without his dad, though, he's kind of got that celebrity like
Personality? Yeah.
and the way he moves. It just seems like he's just a cool guy, you know. I don't know. It's like very similar to like James Stewart back in the day. Like he was a big deal in motocross, you know. I think that once Haiden gets onto the 450s, he'll be like,
Yeah,
you know,
superstar.
the superstar or the guy who's like, he's obviously a professional motocross racer, but then he'll be out, you know, rubbing shoulders or elbows with like celebrities and stuff.
I think
That's
it's
my
just
thoughts.
rare to have a guy that's good on a bike and good on camera. So that's why it seems like it takes a while. You got to get like,
I don't know. He's just got it, dude.
Yeah.
He's just got it.
so I mean,
Probably the most polarizing thing in Supercross right now is like when he goes to 450, you got a bunch of people that are like, yeah, he goes to 450 and plays with the big boys. That dude's toast. And
Everything's
then-
they've said
I
that
know.
about him at every level.
Who knows?
I
If
think
he stays healthy, he's gonna do good. If he goes down the road like Faulkner, anything could happen.
I think there's so many people that just like want to see him lose just because of like, you know, who he is.
Yeah.
And that's just like the nature of the beast, though.
you never
I don't know.
People watch.
I
'cause
mean,
you want to win.
at the end of
People
the
watch 'cause
day,
you
yeah,
want to lose. You never know.
yeah, still watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of internet drama, you know, we've been pretty vocal about the loss of someone real close to us.
Just felt like a hole had been ripped right out of
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Oh Lord!
That sounds worse.
Oh Lord!
For you,
I'm gonna
it
let
was.
you settle that
For you,
maybe off camera.
not for
Oh
us.
Lord.
But yeah, peace has been restored in Cormorant. I'm happy to say.
A hole that couldn't be filled.
I'm happy to say. Without further ado,
Oh my gosh. So goddamn big.
Randy's back, ladies and gentlemen.
We got our crash test dummy back, and we found out who stole him.
I'm gonna just
Real low life scumbag.
It was an inside
piece of
job.
shit.
An absolute.
Randy's back and he's already wrecking
Is
shit.
his leg falling off again?
Oh,
God
he took
dang
the
it.
sign down. Ben, you're gonna step on the sign.
Seriously, so heavy.
It just really makes you appreciate how much work our buddy went through. We found out who took Randy just actually a couple hours ago.
I kind of want to help, but I figured
Isn't
I
it,
better
isn't it
stay out.
interesting how like Ken comes all the way across the room to grab this thing?
Look at that. Look where you grabbed him.
Placement. Like
What?
he's like, let me get in here. Like that
Why'd
dude
you
would
grab
run
him like
mile
a
to
bowl?
do this.
He grabbed him like a bowling ball.
Because it's 180 pounds of dead weight.
Yeah, so if you guys missed last week's podcast, actually, or you don't follow us on Instagram, we have posted several times that our test dummy, Reckless Randy, has gone missing. And it took us about a month to realize this, but we're at an event. It's called Hay Days. And Randy was sitting in the passenger seat of our red mini truck. And then after the truck came home, Randy was not in there. After 3 weeks or a month, we realized that. We started doing some research. And then we ran across whoever Randy's captor was, started him an Instagram page, right? Called Randy Cormorant.
That grew very fast.
Because we were like fully convinced at this point, whoever took Randy stole him and is like holding him against his, like basically holding him hostage, right?
Well, if you look at the Instagram, like it looked like he was having a great
Well,
time.
well,
hostage.
well, he was just making it look like that. So whoever stole Randy then created him an Instagram account and basically just made it look like Randy was on vacation. He was saying like, Reckless Randy doesn't actually want to be a test dummy.
He wishes he could have the title of the 7th C-Boy.
Yeah, like he feels like he needs more credit for what he does. And was basically just like holding him hostage against us until Ken made a public love letter to him.
It's not my love letter to give.
Oh, no, yeah, no, Ken never.
They have a private relationship.
The love letter was never made to Randy, but Randy said he would come back if Ken would do that. We did mention that on the last podcast. Ken, not comfortable with that.
Yeah, so Ken was immediately like, Randy's worth $2,500. Whoever stole him, we're going to put him in federal prison.
It's federal
It's a
crime.
felony in the state of Minnesota.
He was even putting the value on the chair that Randy was sitting in.
Folding chair that he took too.
And he was like, that can bump him over. That could get him an extra 15 years for whoever stole him. So, like, Ken and Randy have a very special relationship. We'll pop up some, like, pictures and clips. Obviously, like, that's Ken's personal life, so we'll try and keep that personal.
Not leave it up for a long time on the screen right now.
Yeah, like, still talking. Like, it's still going. You know, we wanted to get Randy back. But really, we had absolutely no idea who stole
No
Randy.
idea. We were
Well,
I had
speculating.
no
Well,
idea.
Some
could've?
people in this room did who were sitting at the table.
Even though we didn't know who stole Randy, we looked everywhere. We were looking at the pictures, Google searching, trying to figure out what truck stop he was at. We uncovered every leaf.
Dude, we
Ken's-
found out that Ken is a fucking detective.
No, I gotta say, our subscribers definitely helped with my my investigating. They did give us some tips here and there.
Ken, so Randy was posted up in a casino gambling, and Ken like scoured the internet of casinos that had this carpet, this like pattern on the floor,
2 patterns. That's
2 patterns combined, and then he was looking at Google review photos and like cross-referencing them, and then he ended up finding the exact casino that Randy was
I
at.
thought I found the exact casino, and it turned out I was right.
But, hey, you know the best part about all that? Like when you were looking at like the power lines and all the clues you could look at, you found the truck stop. Guess what? Where it got us? Nowhere. I found the truck stop that Randy was at. Okay, cool.
He kept going.
And then I found the casino he was at. Like it was
He's
like
not
we were
gambling anymore.
just, 2 steps behind it all.
well, and they
times.
were those gas station in Arizona and then a casino
Casino
in Michigan.
Yeah.
So very far apart. Like
Yeah,
So
so
it
Randy
really-
was traveling the world.
Wow.
at least the
traveling.
United States.
Well, from what we know, I heard that he got a visa or he got a passport.
A credit card? No.
Yeah. Randy's got a whole identity. Yeah, he's got a credit score and everything already.
That's why the guy stole him.
Yeah. So obviously, we did the podcast on it last week, and 2 things. They said you guys know where he is, and you're just making it seem like you don't, which was a lie, partially a lie. The honest ones in the room did not know where he was.
The good guys.
Everyone that's not a Weasel and a rat.
Yeah. Basically, only the
It was a
two
good prank.
the 2 like real people who know how to troll on the channel knew where he was.
Hey, you guys got us.
Unbelievable.
You guys got us.
Turns of table there.
Dude, for real.
Oh, what was the second point? I lost my train of thought there. I was just thinking about how much of a weasel Evan was.
Well, were you just gonna say people were either happy that Randy was gone living his best life,
Oh,
or
2
they were
things.
mad?
Yeah. No. They thought that we took him, or they thought that Jake Sherbrooke had him. It was like one or the other.
And yeah, so Randy has and always has worn bums and still does wear bums, but then
Jake's sunglasses.
broke his bums sunglasses at the skate park, and then was sporting some new ones, and then had these like kind of these extra new ones, and so Jake was just getting like, obviously Jake has them, he's in new bums, and I'm like, I don't know, anyone could order bums. But dude, even I'm getting an adjustment by your dad the other day, and then he's like, by Ben's dad, and he's like, so yeah, Jake's got Randy, then that's pretty funny. And then I was like, does he? And then he's like, well, yeah, because of the bums, And I was like, I don't know. But anyway, a lot of people thought that Jake was the captor
Yeah. Well,
just because of the sunglasses.
come to find out, we were actually all wrong. And the captor is currently sitting next to Micah right now.
Off camera.
And it was our friend Matt. Ken, you could probably just tear up that the papers that you had filed to
I think it might be too late.
Yeah, sorry about that, Matt.
Irreversible.
Last time you pull a prank on us, huh?
Matt, come on,
and
because
tell-
I
tell
do
a
have
little
some
bit about
questions.
Where you went? Yeah.
This is Matt. We met Matt through Rich. Rich was building a track. He needed some help. He was
Puppies
helping
and
us.
coffee.
Yeah.
Evan just got
Shout out Puppies and
500
Yeah,
bucks.
come
there.
on now. And
What's up, Matt?
What's up, buddy?
how do you pronounce your last
I'm
name?
sorry.
Zyler.
I'm sorry for what I indirectly said about you.
Dude, what you indirectly said about me was hilarious. I have
Guy's
no
a
hard
bum piece of
feelings.
shit. Ken's gonna curb stomp his ass whenever we find him.
He said this guy obviously doesn't have a job with all the
Yeah,
time.
that
Dude,
was-
spent
to
on
be
harassing
fair,
these.
you were putting in some work
Yeah,
behind
what were you
the
doing
behind
traveling
the videos.
around like that?
So I mean, Randy is no joke heavy.
Yeah.
It's
He
180
is hard
pounds.
to carry. I could not have done it alone, so I had an accomplice too. But this
Shout
He's
him
going
out.
down.
yeah,
if
shout
he's-
out to Chase.
If he's going down,
Shout
he's
out to
bringing
Chase
with
Mankey.
him.
My boy's coming down with me if we're going to prison.
Yeah.
You know,
He's gonna.
Sorry,
you're gonna
Ken.
sign a. What's it called when you like do a thing where like you're clear of the charges?
An affidavit.
You turn in
Or,
your buddy.
Yeah.
He
it was-
signed a plea deal.
yeah.
plea deal.
Yeah.
Matt's already going into a plea deal.
yeah, Chase is going down with me, going down in a ball of flames. But he's really hard to
I
carry.
actually didn't want to do it. Chase was the one behind it. Yeah. You
Well,
start switching up.
I'm glad you had me on here.
At the
Sorry,
end-
buddy.
Honestly, and I do have to say, like, again, I am not a troll master, and I don't know if I ever will be. Matt just came up to me while we were at Heydays Sunday. Everybody's packing up. He goes, "Hey, we're headed to California after this. What if we took Randy?" And then at first I was just like, I don't know. He's
Like
pretty
it's like your kid.
yeah, he's pretty heavy. And then I was like, yeah, I mean, how long are you guys gonna be gone? Yeah, I'm like thinking about it, like sentimental. I don't know. And
He's
you're
got
like,
school starting next
yeah.
week.
But yeah, we know he's going to be heavy, but Chase and I will take him. We're going to California. After that, we're going Arizona, wherever.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, do it. And then you came back to me like 20 minutes later and goes, Evan saw us taking Randy. So he's in.
Dude,
See
I
ya.
walk up to the
Yeah.
trailer and yeah, Matt's truck is parked next to the trailer.
And
It's
they're
already
pulling
on
him
the
out.
trailer and Chase is just like basically looked like you trying to move him in that chair a few minutes ago. Just like heads falling off, stuck in the truck.
Yeah, there's no way we could have got away with him without Ev seeing. We
That was
tried.
not smooth. Not
And the
as-
problem,
you
I
thought
was
about
actually,
you thought about just taking Ev too.
well,
Oh
no,
shit!
I was.
He
so
saw us. They
I was-
panic. They panic and shove him in the back of the trailer too.
I wouldn't have had to carry Ev around too.
Yeah, who do you think would be more dense to carry, Randy or
Oh,
Ev?
Evan,
Ev's
for sure.
Yeah, but Ev's kind of like a little chicken nugget.
What do you
like
weigh,
he like
Ev?
gets like into a.
too much.
You won't say on camera. You or Randy? I'm wondering who's heavier.
Oh, me for sure.
Really? Okay.
Randy's only
200?
180. He's skinny.
Are you 200, Ev?
No, I'm less than that.
Oh, so you
190?
and Randy are both
Yeah.
the dang
Holy
same.
shit, Ev.
185,
You
190.
really are dense.
Randy's 185.
There are certain times in life where fit really matters, such as when you're picking out sneakers to start marathon training, or picking out your shirt for a first date, or maybe finding the right size dirt bike for you. And fit also really matters when it comes to finding the right doctor for your specific needs. And you shouldn't have to compromise, and you don't have to thanks to ZocDoc, because ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors and choose the right one for your needs and click instantly to book an appointment online. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more. The next time that I need a doctor, I will absolutely be using ZocDoc, and so should you. So stop putting off all those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/wideopen now to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/wideopen, ZocDoc.com/wideopen. Shopify, you guys know it. It is an incredibly important part of our business. So if you're looking to start, upgrade, or reinvent the way that you do business online or in person, look no further than Shopify. 6 years ago, we switched to Shopify, and it was the best decision ever. We're thankful that our business has continued to grow and that Shopify has grown with us. I can tell you guys every single week, but seriously, now is the time to get started. And for just $1 per month during the trial period, you don't have much to lose. Shopify is home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and nobody does selling like Shopify. So if you're growing into your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling in from, on the web or in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use at CboysTV.com and sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/wide open, which is all lowercase. All you got to do is go to shopify.com/wide open now to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/wide open.
Well,
Is he really that heavy? I don't know how heavy.
180.
Yeah,
180, yeah.
So the pictures where he was down at the water fishing, Chase was not around that time, and I was like, I have to get some pictures with him fishing. I carried him by myself down the dock, put him on the chair, set him all up, and then carried him back up the dock.
Imagine
which
what
is
your
up a hill.
neighbors were thinking.
Yeah, no one saw it. Thank goodness.
Dude.
That's
Carrying a
thing.
body down to the swamp. Or down
Honestly,
to the pond.
Taking pictures.
a lot easier said than done, because once everyone around here started realizing that Randy was gone, I was like, yo, the Instagram, dude, fire that thing up, man. Fire that up. And I'm like, dude, start doing some shit with him. And then you did so much awesome stuff with him for the Instagram. Like, way more than I was just hoping for pictures around the country. And then next thing you know, he's like driving stuff all by himself.
crashing tractors.
Keep in mind, he doesn't have working thumbs or a brain.
Yeah, dude. I will tip my hat to you, Matt. Like, you did create something pretty funny for a lot of people to enjoy.
Yeah, I'm
At
happy it
at
worked
the
out, to be honest.
expense of Ken's love life.
I was on the edge of my seat. Just when's he gonna post next?
I'm so happy it worked out the way it did. Like some of the posts I was super nervous about with like the background and everybody's like, oh, we're going to send geo trackers. And I'm like, man, they're going to find him for sure. And then when we went to the casino, I thought we were cooked because we had to go past security and they had cameras everywhere and
tell
people.
us like that. You taking him
Did
to
you do a
security.
wheelchair?
Yeah, wheelchair at that point. Well, after carrying him down to the dock, I was like, there's no way. There's no way we're doing this.
I just love it.
Continually.
It was actually really funny because I had even mentioned that to someone, but I was like, man, if it were me, like knowing how heavy he is, I'd totally put him in a wheelchair.
that
And then the next post, you had him in a wheelchair, and I was like, yeah, they're thinking.
So the whole time, though, we were saying, like, I figured Evan knew who it was just because he's a little weasel. Our thing that we always said was, like, oh, it's one of Evan's buddies. And the reason I thought that was because he was in a wheelchair, and, like, Evan's buddies back home,
They're always hurt.
they're
They're not hurt.
they get
just don't wanna walk.
they get so drunk
You bring a
they
wheelchair
don't
to the
wanna walk,
party.
so they wheelchair everywhere.
Yeah, why would you want
Wait, hold on. You gotta tell CJ about Slim's new thing.
So Slim, over the last like 6 months, he started with like a deluxe office chair to get around his garage. Like that.
What do you
was
mean to
convenient.
get around his garage?
Like from the fridge to the?
So he doesn't stand up.
No, he doesn't have to.
So he just
stand up.
hangs out
Oh
drinking,
my
and you wheels
Or
around.
maybe working on stuff too. Turn a
Okay.
wrench, zip tie, or something.
But whatever he's
Zip tie.
doing,
Yo,
whatever he's doing,
Evan said as soon as he steps out of his house into his garage, though, he sits down on the chair, and then he can take it to like the mailbox or like
No, but
over to the garbage.
and whatever he's doing in that chair, he doesn't care if he doesn't leave that chair till Monday.
He does like to say that on the weekend.
he sleeps in it.
No, I mean he probably does get out of it. I think he's just like when he has nothing going on for the weekend, he'll be like, I don't give a shit if I don't leave this chair till Monday. So he's just playing it by ear.
Wait, okay,
He
so
started with the office chair, and then he upgraded to like a normal wheelchair that you roll around, and then he got rid of the office chair, and now he's upgraded to a fully electronic Jazzy that he just drive around
Shut up.
like with the little
Like the
joystick, like Stephen Hawking. And I think his line was something along the lines of, "Life is too short to have to walk."
Wow.
It's amazing.
So that's how we knew that it wasn't Slim.
no, dude, that's why I thought that it was
Oh,
Slim
'cause of-
because
yeah,
I knew
sorry. Yeah.
I
Part
knew
of the
that
wheelchair.
he got a jazz
Part of the wheelchair.
and he just had the wheelchair laying around now. So I was like, oh, dude, I bet that's Slim's wheelchair.
That actually does make sense.
Slim gets a van, so he just straight up does not have to walk at all. He just
Yeah.
drives his jazzy
into
into
it.
his van.
Dude, that would be the epic.
I don't even want to give him that
He
idea.
loves
He's
his
listening
van
right
as
now.
it is.
like-
Yeah, he needs a handicap
Conversion
accessible
van, yeah, whatever,
yeah.
yeah.
With the hydraulic, lifts him right up.
It's like
But,
something Peter Griffin would do.
Tell the story of like when you guys were trying to get him to the casino. The security guards were like, "What are you doing?" And then when the gal asks what
Oh.
you guys were filming for,
Yeah.
Chase
So
says,
so just the casino after we went to the beach. So the beach again, Ken
was
was
that
right.
actually in Florida?
No.
No,
No.
it wasn't. All right.
So
Was that
Ken was right
Michigan?
again. It was on Lake Michigan.
It
right
was.
near Buffalo.
Outside of Chicago, like
Just
you said.
outside of Chicago. So he was right. He nailed it.
It's a good
So-
thing no one knew where you lived.
Yeah, true. And
That
quick
helped.
backstory: last night at Zorba's, Ken's literally still doesn't know we're hiding it, and he's going through this whole Instagram showing me the pictures of how he could like narrowed down the Michigan
Wow.
one and narrowed down as soon as he got to the casino, he's like, yeah, this is a Four Winds in New Buffalo. And I was like,
And you're like,
oh
wow.
my God.
Wow, Ken, you.
He got it. And my head is literally exploding.
Yeah.
But I have to keep it all together to like not lose it.
Dude.
It was so hard. Impressive.
And then he's
Ken.
like, yeah, I got the security camera footage actually of it.
I hoped. I
tried
really
calling
hoped.
casino security, but the manager wasn't on duty when I called.
Oh my gosh.
I just never called back.
Well, that
Yeah,
said,
Ken was hot and bothered about Randy's disappearance.
going to the casino after the beach day, I was like, dude, we have to take him to the casino. So we go rolling into the front door in a wheelchair. He looks like a dead person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, his legs are just dragging
if you put a
behind him.
mask on him, he looks real.
Yeah.
He's real in my life. He's real to me now. He's part of my family. My whole family knew about all of this, and they're like following Randy. My mom, this is a good one before I get distracted. My mom, before anyone even knew about Randy's Instagram, I had 2 posts out, no followers. My mom followed it. I was like, Mom, what are you doing?
Dude, what a supportive mom.
Get off of there. That's like a
awesome.
dead giveaway. She's like, oh, I didn't know. So, but then the casino, we roll into the front thing, and you have to go through the metal detectors, and instantly goes off because he's all metal inside.
Yeah.
And so they're like, whoa, what are you guys doing? We're like, all right, we're kind of here. We just want to take some pictures with him at a machine or a table or something.
pictures.
Whatever you guys think is okay, will let us do. We just want to take some pictures, cause no trouble. And they were like, I'm not
Sound like
sure.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, relax.
such a
just
Yeah.
want to take some
I just
pictures.
wanna
yeah. Be cool. No, so we roll in. They end up like, yeah, okay, you can just go right here and take some pictures. And
The whole security
we're
team is watching
explaining
him.
this whole thing, and then finally they get real cool with us. They're like, this is actually really funny. What's the channel? And I don't know a whole lot about like your guys' backstory, like back in the day when you guys started, but Chase does. And I didn't know this part, and had me cracking up when I found out about it.
Yeah.
The lady goes, oh, this is really cool. How can I find your YouTube? And he goes, it's CboysTV. And I kind of looked
Good
at
one.
him. I kind of looked at him, and I was like, that's not right, but okay. And so
Where's
then
he getting this?
yeah, and then afterwards I was like, what was that about? He's like, dude, they say it all the time to people that don't know.
Yep.
And I was like, that's actually really good. Pretty funny.
Check it out, CboysTV.
So what were people DMing you?
Oh my god. Everything from
Well, DMing Randy, technically.
Randy,
yeah, DMing Randy. The DMs are insane. I mean, I'll give them to you, and you can just go through them.
I want
and
to see.
post
Can I
some
see
of
him
them.
right now?
Yeah.
I was wondering if anyone would see you trying to get a photo
Yeah.
of Randy out.
We
in
were
the-
worried.
Yeah.
Like the casino,
Yeah.
because there's, people there.
We were very nervous. There was a lot of times. The one that we were scared about was the casino and the skate park. The skate park was sketch because it was at a high school, and I was like, oh no, there's a lot of people here who probably
you show
follow
up
the
to the high
C-Boys.
school with a dummy in a wheelchair.
And we're literally pushing him down ramps,
Yeah,
watching
it
him
was-
just
It was also
full
sketch
yard sale.
because he like literally lost his head.
So I didn't get to see any clip of him riding, just him laying on the ground.
The problem was it was hard to get the clip without one of us in it.
I was suspecting that.
The golf cart video was easy because we could get a run. It was at my parents' house down the big hill in front of their house. Chase literally ghost rode my dad's golf cart down the hill. I couldn't
Yeah.
catch it, and it hit the trees and folded the whole top in. I have a video of my dad watching the video for the first time in the living room. He hadn't seen it, hadn't seen his golf cart, had no idea it happened. And he's like, what was the Instagram again? And I'm like, oh, it's Randy Cormorant. And I literally get my phone and I'm like, this is going to be good. And he literally is scrolling, and you watch his face. He's like, you son of a bitch, you wrecked my golf cart. It was so good.
No wonder my fucking top of my goddamn. You son of a bitch.
We had to buy a new top for his golf cart, but it was worth it.
the
Totally worth it.
dedication.
I gotta say, the beach one had to be the most pain in the ass to try and take that picture. Just dragging that across.
Well, that's
the
what he's
sand.
saying. He did that without Chase for that
No, that was
particular.
the
No.
fishing one.
Chase was there.
Oh,
the fishing
one.
one. The fishing one was just me. Me and Chase wheeled that wheelchair down the sandy beach, probably 300 yards, and we were dying.
It's like when I was carrying Micah down the beach on my shoulders when when your ankle was jammed up. And I'm carrying you
yeah.
down
You were
the
flying?
beach.
Yeah.
Are you replying right now?
Yo, so Spencer, our buddy Spencer, and he goes, yo, I'm good friends with the boys, and I want to prank the shit out of them. Sell me Randy. Name a price. So I just DM'd him back. I go, $5K and I'm yours.
So there's so many ways that you could play this right now.
You
There's
rob
so
him.
many
Yo, should I
should
people.
rob
should I
him.
DM Dalton?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
you
did
could
Dalton
mess
say
with
anything?
Dalton. You could mess
Yeah.
with.
Oh, I'm gonna DM Dalton.
Yeah.
You could mess with Jake.
Oh,
Jake's
should I
a
message
big one.
Jake?
Everyone thought Jake had him, and that's why we kind of framed Jake. And I apologize, Jake.
Unintentionally.
Well, kinda, not really.
Yeah.
At first, unintentionally, but then when everyone was
Yeah,
hitting
you're
us
like-
up and was like, "Oh, it's got to be Jake. It's got to be
Yeah.
Jake," I was like, "Oh, well, we're definitely gonna troll Jake now."
Well, we still got this whole weekend to
That's what-
mess
yeah.
with Jake.
Yeah.
With
That's-
it. So
yeah.
like, because
That's
I mean,
what we
this
were
pod
thinking.
doesn't go out till Tuesday.
What if you got a picture of Randy sleeping in Jake's bed
Without
Oh
Jake.
my
yeah, without
gosh.
Jake in there, and then you post it, and Jake will be like, "All right, you guys, I swear this is my fucking bed."
Dude.
Or we do that to Dalton.
Dalton's gone for the weekend. We
Dalton's
could go
gone.
to his house.
That would be a setup.
I think Jake's would
I
be
think
really
Jake's
funny,
funnier.
but
Jake's is funnier, but
we should do something to both of them.
I mean,
Yeah,
do it
that's actually
yeah,
hilarious.
Do it to both of them.
Yeah, has anyone
Oh,
posted
no,
that
no.
Randy's here?
Jake's driving simulator.
Ooh.
Yeah. Does Jake have any security cameras?
the best part about all this, we don't even need to ask Randy for consent.
All right, Mike.
I don't know. I don't know. He's kind of a human. I'm still salty about the whole Instagram thing because he had more of a following than me in like
Yeah.
25
That's
minutes.
honestly, that's fair for you to be like, dude. Why, like I've been building my Instagram up for a little while now, and then Randy passes him in like 2 weeks.
No,
It's
less than 2
frustrating.
weeks.
Yeah.
Way less than 2 weeks. When he passed me, I about deleted the Instagram. I was salty.
Well, should I DM Dalton?
Hey, baby.
Hey, little truck boy.
Oh, what'd you call it?
You gotta
Thirst
say it
traps?
like that.
Call him a cowboy.
Hey, cowboy.
I want to be on one of
Sure.
your new thirst trap videos.
Yeah.
Be really kind of gay. It's fine. Randy is gay.
He is? This
Yeah.
whole time?
Yeah, you're hauling him around.
All right.
I just DM'd him. Hey, cowboy.
So one thing I want to say on your pod and live for all your listeners and all your followers.
Okay.
Do not steal, okay?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't steal Randy
No,
without
yeah.
consent from one of the guys. I know it's kind of a ratty thing to do. Don't steal from these dudes. Don't go to Heydays and think you're going to walk away with stuff.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Appreciate that, but it's going to take a lot more than that to get out of what Ken's got filed against
Yeah.
you.
Ooh, you know
Yeah.
what? That's all
Like-
right.
We're gonna use you as an example, actually, Matt.
Oh, you're going to use me an example? I like it.
Yeah.
I'll be an example. That's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll do
thanks,
2
buddy.
years.
Yeah. That seems
yeah.
like fair.
From like Evan and I standpoint, especially, like I do have to applaud everyone who's just like relatively serious or dead serious that was just like, get Randy back. Don't steal. We appreciate that. And
Yeah.
for those of you that didn't know who stole Randy, really did appreciate that. But then I also appreciate people who just found the ultimate humor in it because it was an inside job.
was
And
really
it's
funny.
it's so rare that I troll any of the guys. And again, this was mostly Matt's and Chase idea. But like the only other time that Evans trolled Ben was with liver and onions. But
That was a good one.
that was a good one.
That was all
Liver and
fun.
Classic.
onions.
I helped you with that, didn't I?
Yeah, I had
yeah,
like
we all
six,
did, but
I had
yeah.
like 6 accomplices
Yeah.
anyhow, but
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, that was
it's
actually a
just-
pretty good one.
It is just, it's good to troll the troll masters, Ben and CJ. They are good at what they do, and it's pretty rare that we do that. So that's why I was most on board, and it blew up. This is so funny.
it was so entertaining. Like the last couple of weeks when the Instagram really blew up and
Yeah.
just in the morning,
So
just
satisfying,
the small
dude,
talk
yeah.
about Randy. Any updates?
Every
What's-
day, though.
Yeah.
Every single day. Again, like,
all of
like
Ken's
Ken and the
work.
murder.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm excited for
I just
Randy to
kind
be
of-
back because, like, bro, Ken's workers, they're just
They-
as, like, much internet detectives as he is. And I was like, we're fucking paying you to work here, not find Randy.
Yeah.
And this is all you've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
They were-
You've cost us more money.
It sounds ridiculous. I just honestly thought he was gone.
Yeah.
I just thought he was gone. I was like, they're just gonna run this Instagram for as long as they can to try and build as many followers. And us playing into it, we're never gonna get him back. And I was kind of just like, well, whatever. I just thought we were gonna have to buy a new doll.
After Ken came out publicly and said, I'm going to send you to federal prison, and then Randy went quiet, I was like, oh, yeah, that Randy's at the bottom of a
Yeah.
lake somewhere.
I was more so just mad we got stolen from. At least thinking you got stolen from kind of pisses you off.
For sure.
I mean, it definitely pisses you off. But like,
Yeah.
you know, Randy, pretty sentimental value to some of us.
There was never a plan to not bring him back. And actually, me and Mike talked yesterday before all this went down. He was like, well, maybe we just don't, reveal it this weekend and we keep it going. And I'm like, Mike, listen, I love you, but no way.
Yeah.
You were sick of
He
hauling
is
him around.
heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Me and Chase, our backs are broken.
That was the vibe I was getting. Yeah,
It sucks doing anything with him. If we could Mike Tyson
get
quote.
this off my chest sooner than later, that'd be great.
Like a couple weeks ago, I had this whole phone debacle, so I like had to use an iPad. I was an iPad kid for a couple days. a couple weeks. Mike was the last person to use this iPad. It was like one of our company iPads. So I sign in under mine, but it still had Mike's iMessage on there. So like he was getting text while I was getting text for like a couple hours, right? I was like trying to like get rid of like the overlap, right?
All the photos and everything.
Yeah,
Everything. I could have read through all of your texts
that's fine,
with every,
but,
but
like,
I'm not a snoop.
That
and
would
I
have been
did-
more concerning, just that particular one. I don't really have anything to hide, but
I didn't know that
did.
it was even a thing until you texted Mike,
Oh.
and I was like, I didn't even know I had Matt's number. And I read one message, and dude, you said something related to this, but it was like in one ear, out
thank
the
God.
other. You weren't a suspect at that time
Right,
in my eyes, and so I was just like, man, I really got to figure out how to get Mike's fucking phone disconnected here. That's the only thing I thought. And now knowing it, I look back at it, but
Uncle Rich called me, and he was kind of acting like he knew. And so then
I made a
I almost
mistake, I
spilled
think.
the beans to him. And then I realized like I was on speakerphone in the shop, and I just about like hung up the phone because I didn't know who might be listening from the next room. Like I almost had said too much. It turns out he had no idea. And that's Mike.
I made a mistake. Basically, Matt's like, it was the first thing that you said. We're like, hey, here's the plan. Probably just don't tell Rich.
Well, and it's not anything against
Yeah,
Rich. It's
no.
not against anybody.
Just
But
like-
like the less moving parts, the
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
you're
dude,
right. Like,
I understand that because like if we ever have anything planned, I
The
don't
less
even,
people that know, the
I
better.
try and tell like one person, CJ,
Yep.
and then even if it involves like, all right, we have to have like Evan and Ken do something. We don't even tell them until like the very last second.
Yeah.
At the chance that they could ruin something.
Yeah. Well, Mike,
Because it
Mike
usually gets
slipped.
ruined. It does. And that's
I
why I was
did.
so impressed
Yeah.
that it didn't get ruined. But
I am
did.
surprised you were able to keep a secret for that long. Mike.
same.
happy to have you back, Randy.
Yeah.
I'm happy
Good
Randy's
prank,
back.
Matt.
Man,
Good prank, Matt.
I
Appreciate
honestly,
it.
I just didn't know that Randy would have this much of like an effect on our
Well,
lives.
the
quite
public's
honestly.
life-
But we
quite
didn't
frankly.
either. Like we hoped that it would go exactly how it went. What if
I think it
what
went
if-
better.
Well,
I think
yeah,
it
I know,
honestly
it
went
went
better
But
than
what if-
it could
yeah.
have.
Got like a feeling from him. Like when you sit next to him, don't you just feel?
Aura.
You
Yeah,
feel
you
him.
feel a presence.
I'm sure that you've heard me talk about Mando whole body deodorant at this point, and I actually discovered Mando from their ads on other podcasts. But it became a real world need when we had a stinkier friend who joined the crew, and you can use it on your whole body. Yes, your whole body. It's dermatologist tested and gentle on all your bits. It controls odor for 72 hours, clinically proven, and you can choose from 4 cologne quality scents or unscented if you want to get stealthy. Mando is American made and created by a doctor who saw firsthand how BO was being mistreated and misdiagnosed. And I'm very thankful to have Mando in my bathroom, keeping me smelling fresh all day. Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Luckily, I have a discount code to help you get hooked on my favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market. And new customers can get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. So that equates to over 40% off your starter pack. So guys, all you have to do is use code WIDEOPEN at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Thanks, Mando. Support for today's episode comes from True Nutrition, and it's no secret that many health supplements contain fillers and even harmful chemicals. True Nutrition, however, is a company founded on relentlessly sourcing the highest quality ingredients, third-party testing those ingredients, and then first-party testing them on-site to further ensure purity. This means what's in the package is exactly what it says is on the package. When I first found True Nutrition, I was honestly super impressed at how many things they offered. Once you pick the right supplement for you, you can even add and customize things right into your own personal blend. And I truly, really love having True Nutrition as a part of my health routine. And now you guys can stop worrying if your supplements are doing more harm than good with True Nutrition. For a limited time, our listeners are getting 15% off your entire order when you use code WIDEOPEN. That's 15% off your order at TrueNutrition.com with the promo code WIDEOPEN. So take the guesswork out of nutrition with True Nutrition.
Aura. What's up with that?
Aura?
Yeah, people keep saying, like, every time I go on TikTok, I see, like,
Clearly, you don't got it then.
Yeah, what's that even mean?
It's kind of like when you do something and it just like works out really well and you just like look really cool. Then it's like plus, a
That's
million,
aura?
plus 1,000 aura.
So your aura is like your coolness or your lore behind you. It's like kind of who you are and how you move. So if you do something cool or slickly, it increases your aura. But if you're like walking across a room and you trip, like the girl across the room that might be watching you, like she would think
Your
of you
aura's
less cool.
lower.
It drops
Like
your
if
aura.
you had like a C7 Corvette and you were drifting back, and then you did one of those
Rollback?
A
a
rollback?
rollback, and then you did it like between two very expensive cars and just and then did it away. Everyone would be like, "Damn, the
Insane
aura is
visual.
Exhaust,
Yeah.
insane."
What
Yeah.
exhaust were you running?
Dude, Texas Speed,
Nice.
Nice.
yeah, headers all the way back.
Yeah, I was gonna say it had to been.
but that would be like do something
With a
really
hot tune.
really crazy that you shouldn't have even pulled off, and everyone's like, "Dude, that was insane." Then your aura goes up.
Mike, it might be time for you to get a C6. What's the update on your drift car?
Drift car got sent off to our boy Cody, and he pulled the turbo off of it.
So you're taking
Yeah,
it
we-
So
off.
it's no longer
It's
turbo?
gonna be NA.
It'll be NA. Yeah. It'll have exhaust that goes out the back instead of the hood, and they cleaned up the mess of a wiring harness. Mostly, it won't start on fire again.
Man, that makes me sad.
No, save this clip for
I know.
a few months from now.
I
That
when
know.
is
it's on
sad.
fire.
Dude, that was the best part about Mike's drift car.
I know.
The flames, man. Some people shoot out their exhaust. Your car just lights on fire.
We actually sabotage it and light it on fire. It's super solid now. We just
I ordered more fire extinguishers than we should ever need in the next year, just so I could have them for the drift track.
We got them like placed around.
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
No, they're just all in his
well,
passenger
no, that's
seat.
what I'm thinking. No, for the record, yeah, I'll have 2 in there because my track record.
We need like little fire stations around really just around all of our compounds. That was something like when I bought my house, I went out and I bought fire extinguishers, and then like Greta came home and I like had to tell her where I put these fire extinguishers.
And then
And maybe that's just something of growing older, but I was like, why isn't this like more talked about? Because if something did go south and I just never like went out and bought fire extinguishers, maybe it is just a known fact.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it seems like
I'm also picturing Greta being like, let's say you bought 3 or 4 fire extinguishers for your house. She's probably like, wow, why did you do that? Is our house going to start on fire?
no, she couldn't believe it, actually. She was like, this is just crazy to me that you think like you're actually worried about this.
You're like, no, yeah, but you're not.
I've kind of been
Our
tweeting.
grandpa's house burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit happens. So the other night I was falling asleep, and I'd probably been like asleep for like 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden, I don't even know if I opened up my eyes or what happened, but I saw like a movement in my room.
Oof.
And it scared the shit out of me. And I like rocketed out of bed. And I'm like looking around. I was fully convinced that like somebody broken into my house because I saw just like a black shadow moving through. And then I look over. I see my bedroom door is open. So then I'm really tweaking. So then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm just sitting there silent, like trying to listen to see if like there was like movement outside. And then like for some reason, just out of nowhere, it just goes, oh my God, I left the grill on. Like it literally went from getting woken up from a dead sleep to thinking somebody robbed my house to me just like immediately remember I left the
And you
grill on.
actually
That's
did.
amazing.
Did you leave the
like
grill on?
I left the
or
grill on.
propane on.
Well, thank goodness you've got those fire extinguishers.
Right?
My man leaving the grill on.
I left the grill on.
There
I
is-
made a steak that night, and I wasn't sure if my steak was going to be done. So I left it on, and I went inside, and then I got a call from my mom. Totally got distracted. And then I
went to bed.
fell asleep and woke up from a dead sleep. Dude, like, I swear
So you-
somebody's watching out for me.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that?
Was it still lit?
Yeah.
Wow, that would have been hot grill.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, dude.
So I like get out of bed and it just like hits me and I was like, oh my God, I rocket out of bed. I run over, open up the sliding door. Sure enough, grill is on.
Steak's just about done.
Yeah. I turn it off and then I like come back in and I'm like still like just like kind of tweaking over what just
Distressed.
happened.
Greta goes, what happened? You're like, my steak's well done now.
No, Greta goes, oh, what were you doing? And I was like not about to explain what I had just done. And I was just like, just going to the bathroom. She was like, why were you going to that bathroom? I was like, oh my God, I don't just go.
You got more to explain.
Yeah, I was like, just go to bed.
Did she just go to bed then?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I explained it like the next day. She thought I was being all sus.
That is
Yeah,
pretty
clearly.
sus.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just said you were going to a bathroom that's right next to your room and you just like disappear outside.
Outside.
A little bit sus.
A little sus. Yeah, you're right.
Since I've moved into my house now, and it's older, it's 69 years old, I have been a little bit worried about ghosts. Like
They're
just-
not real.
Well, you never know. Ben just had a ghost, and thankfully I told him to turn off the grill.
I think I had a homie.
He had a
Yeah, he had a homie.
had a
I
memory
clearly
of
did
what he
something
did.
good to deserve that.
And so, like, that's the thing is you can have different types of ghosts. Like, you have good ghosts, bad ghosts.
So do you feel your house is haunted?
I mean, no, except sometimes the basement's a little creepy. Sometimes when you turn on the light or turn off the light down there, I don't know.
Don't you have to go through that basement like
Daily? Yeah. Yeah, I just,
And
like,
it's
turn off the
creepy?
light and, like, run upstairs really
it's
fast.
creepy?
Bro, you got like 7 windows that go directly out.
It's a little creepy. There could be ghosts down there. And then to help, Alondra's got me watching ghost shows and, you know, all those scary things.
You could
so.
get lucky if you capture a ghost. You'd be the first person ever. Dude, like it would be the best, in your best interest to have ghosts in that house because they've never existed anywhere else.
But people have been saying they've existed.
Well, they're
so, like,
liars. Clearly.
So you don't believe in ghosts, Ev?
Dude, absolutely not. Show me one. Show me anybody that has any actual proof.
It's funny, Ev, because I saw this video and I thought, I was like, oh, maybe this ghost is speaking to Ev.
They want me to drink another whiskey, dude. That's a weird impulse. That is a weird impulse, man.
Dude.
Hey, out of all the times that we've been ghost hunting and stuff, I have never had an impulse. I want to drink that right now. I want another shot of this whiskey right now.
But then you're going to be drunk.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, I want to do it. Can I just do it?
Oh, you might get drunk.
No, they're telling me we should do it.
Do it.
Cheers.
That'd be your third shot. You've never done this before in a lockdown.
That's 3.
That's 3 shots of whiskey you just did, bro.
It feels good.
Dude, that's hilarious. Ryan, that was way too quick. That was great.
Absolute best. Well, you started talking about you had ghosts, and then it made me think about my ghost.
Gosh,
Wait,
that's funny.
Is that actually is that a joke or is that actually from a real show?
No, it's really from the Ghost
Travel
Adventures
Channel.
TV show.
Bro.
Travel Channel posted
Well,
it.
They cut that up like it was a joke.
Yeah.
That had to have
That's
been a joke.
amazing.
That had to
It
have
might
been
have
a
been
joke.
The whole
scripted, but
show's a joke.
No,
The whole show is
everybody-
they try to sell it as real, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
That had to have been a joke. There's
Everybody
no
watches
way.
it because they
I
know
think
it's
what
fake.
throws me off most about that is like I think I'd be embarrassed to be that guy because that's something. If a 17-year-old did that, it'd be funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
What, a 30-year-old
I mean,
man
yeah,
can't
that
take a shot
I
of
could
whiskey?
100% see you doing that
Well,
when you're 50.
I
Like
guess it's
cracking
just
that
because
joke.
he's like, well, okay, as a joke, yes,
That'd be a hilarious
but
joke.
playing it off as serious, like they want me to
What,
do it.
that your whole show is
Well,
chasing
it's
ghosts
easy.
around the
It's
country?
easy to do. I'm sure you're freaking trying to make it big on TV. You finally score a deal. You're on this ghost channel. Now you're 3 seasons in, and they want you to do this bit, and you're like, fuck. All right, well, I got a pretty decent thing going. I'm just gonna do the bit.
It's
Now
like the
everyone's
easiest thing to hunt. Like you can make a career off of ghost hunting or Sasquatch hunting, and you never even have.
Yeah,
to
you don't even have to be good.
Yeah.
Being a
You
deer
don't even
hunter
have to be
or
good.
Hunting anything else, you actually have to catch or get what you're hunting.
I do believe in ghosts,
That's
though. I
true.
will say.
Dude, the success to fail rate.
Yeah, dude, the guy's on the 3rd season of going to a non-haunted house. He's like, how am I going to make this interesting? I gotta start drinking. And then he's like, wait a minute.
Do you guys remember the stage of YouTube when they used to do like the Ouija boards?
Oh, yeah.
Everything. I mean, Shane Dawson has a huge number of views just from his
Huge.
Like ghost hunting
ghost
series?
hunting, as far as I know, or at least I'll say. I don't think any of that's real.
Yeah.
They just
Ev,
act
you're a
scared
big
the whole
Shane
time.
Dawson fan, aren't you?
I actually
Love
don't
him.
know who that is. Maybe if you popped up a picture of him, I'd reckon. Who the hell is he?
Yeah, you don't want to know.
You know who he is, Ev, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a strange period of YouTube though.
It was kids content, and they just eat it up, like 45-minute long videos of.
It looks like, oh man, Drake and Josh. That one.
Show 'em a
Dude, he's
modern
been big
photo
on
of him.
YouTube for a
kinda
long time.
does
Is
look
he
like
still
Drake,
big on
Bill.
YouTube?
He's one of the OGs.
YouTube has suspended Shane Dawson's YouTube
Whoa!
channels.
All right, well, he's
For
not
how
on
long?
YouTube anymore.
This is in 2020. He had, in quotes, racism.
Oh no.
His beauty channel had 3.7 million subscribers. We got more than that.
He has a beauty
Holy-
channel and
Yeah.
ghost hunting.
Yeah, I was like, that'll explain.
He's going
all you
down
need to
all
know.
avenues.
I can see you doing that, Ev.
Dude, so since we got Randy back, does that mean we don't get to collab with Lil Mayo?
Yeah,
We were. I was gonna try to get Lil Mayo to
like
link
host
up.
like a meetup or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who Lil Mayo is?
He's
Okay.
like, I am Lil Mayo.
Dude,
Yeah, Matt's running
would
Matt's
be
running Lil Mayo's too.
What would you do, Ev? If you could just start up your own channel, can't be anything to do what we do. It's just like total side quest. What would you do?
I think I would just day in the life videos doing really random adventures. I can't even think of one. Just like
I like that.
Adventures
real
down to your
normal-
local bar.
I mean, I'd probably
Today
play
I
some-
got wicked drunk.
No, I don't know, like riding around Jazzies with Slim.
That'd be a good video, honestly.
That would be a good video.
Maybe taking 3-wheelers with Cousin Joe to the gravel pit.
Yeah, I like that.
Pretty solid.
Pretty standard.
But you can't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to like.
That's too.
I
want to
hear. I want to hear it if you were gonna go down like a completely different
like a
avenue.
rabbit
Bro,
hole.
we have
Wow.
a pretty wide variety
Yeah,
of what we
it's
do
tough.
here. How
It's tough. That's
far
such,
off
yeah.
base? I mean, we do some pranks.
Yeah,
here and
it's
there.
tough.
We do some.
We do
trolls.
everything.
You could do.
I don't
like,
think I'd really be too much of a prank troller.
No, I don't.
would
I think
just-
you'd be more like a. Here's how to add this awesome new transition in Final Cut Pro X tutorial.
So like you're talking like it was a little bit too. It was too much of a wedge, so we had to increase the transition. of
Yeah,
the
yeah. Like,
takeoff.
here's how to speed ramp your clips in Final Cut Pro X very quickly. And then,
Dude, I've been thinking about it for a long time, Ev. And if like it ever gets to where you get some extra time around here, I think you should start up your own channel, and it should be Evan Chefs, and it should be you
Oh,
cooking.
Cooking?
I
Oh,
love
yeah,
that.
I can do some cooking.
I love that. Yeah.
That would be good, dude. Like me and Cody
That's
and Mike
pretty
were
good.
talking
Evan
about
Chefs.
that when we were doing all the meat nights. We used to really get crazy. Like Cody was making meat dogs. So you just like take a pound of burger, you just
Shave
leave it
off
as a
the-
circle basically, and meat dog.
Are you like good at cooking though?
Oh, dude. Yeah, Jen the other day when she came in, she had chicken chili, so it's like white sauce chili, and she asked like, "Oh, I don't know if you guys have had this before," and I scoffed. I said, "I'll have you know, I won the chili cook-off in 10th grade with white chili."
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Did your dad
Well, I mean,
make it?
No, I made it, and it was a group.
Dad make it.
I feel like your dad would actually be really good
We had
chili
to do
maker.
it at school. It was actually a 10th grade like home ec or cooking class or whatever the heck it was.
Yeah.
And there was like 6 teams or whatever it was in cooking class, but we made a bunch of chili and whatever.
You
but
won.
Yeah, we won. My little group. There's like
Who was
4
your
of us.
partner?
My homie Hamface.
Why
Especially
the fuck do you call him Hamface?
That's his name.
because he's kind of pale white and he has a pink glossy face built like a
Oh,
ham.
damn. Wait,
And
Man,
then
that is so unfortunate for
especially
him.
when he
Can you
drinks-
pop up a picture of him?
Oh, yeah,
Can we
'cause,
see
like-
him?
Something
but
tells
when
me he didn't
drinks,
love
gets
that name.
pink and lathered.
Probably hasn't been called Hamface since 10th grade.
No,
and
no,
now
no. It's in my phone as Hamface. Like he's Hamface.
He's
His-
still Hamface.
His brother's name is Turnbuckle. They're twins. No idea why, but that's what stuck.
What's
Turnbuckle.
what
He
is-
hit the turnbuckle.
I don't even know why. It's just that's what stuck.
That's amazing.
But yeah, and then this other kid named Justin, and this other kid named Cole.
Oh, Justin?
Nah,
What an unfortunate nickname.
That guy sucks.
maybe it was Jason. Dude, it was another twin. 2 of the people in my groups had twin brothers.
How much work were you putting into this chili?
Dude, a lot of work. I looked the recipe up online, and we used grouse. So we actually used grouse that I had hunted and shot, and used that instead
That's
of
amazing.
chicken. So used a chicken recipe. Used wild game.
Inspirational.
It was good. I gotta try to.
Yeah, I love that. And of course, if that were a real channel, it would be very different from what we do. Because I mean, what all we do around here is like eat hot dogs.
We have made some grilling content before.
I was thinking about
Wait,
like.
We did,
have-
dude. We did
wait,
make a.
yeah.
And then Ken
Wait.
almost started our shop on
That
fire.
was another. That what? Yeah.
Yeah, Ken, we went through this stage where we'd put like yum yum sauce. If you would go to like a hibachi restaurant, that kind of yum yum sauce. We put yum yum sauce on everything. And we were cooking hamburgers, and Ken thought that it was a good idea to put yum yum sauce on the
put
hamburgers.
put a lot of them and then make them into the hamburgers.
Yep.
A lot of it.
And it just
yum
started
yum
the
sauce is
whole-
flammable. And
Dude, it was literally like a bonfire in the grill, licking at the shop, like super windy. And then I'll
it
just
was
never,
a tin building. It was
Yeah,
fine.
it was
the worst
fine.
it would have done was left some char marks.
but I'll just never forget you walking out the door and going, "Oh fuck!" Like it's just this huge flames. Yeah. So I mean, none of us really belong cooking, but
Yeah, with a name like
maybe,
that.
yeah, maybe Evan.
I
Yeah.
can whip something up.
Yeah.
Chef something up.
Yeah.
What's that other name you've been calling Ev?
Deb?
Deb.
Oh, Deb.
Deb. Yeah, so Evan's haters started calling him Deb.
Short for
Oh,
dude, Evan, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little Debbie.
I don't know who came up with it first, but it's like kind of
funny.
like demoralizing, like to take like a cool name like Dude Evan Bro, which I gave Evan that nickname, that is a cool nickname, and then just like simplifies it down to Deb.
Deb.
You take something
Debbie.
cool and you just ruin it. Deb's always just kind of been like a meme name, at least in our friend group. Ryan had this chick that you used to call Deb.
Yeah,
that
oh,
wasn't
man.
her name.
I wonder how
And he
Deb's
like
doing.
bullied her out of high school.
Oh, no.
She brought herself right into rehab. Okay, I didn't have anything to do with it, dude. I didn't have anything to do with it.
So aggressive. Yeah, I don't stand for that, Ryan.
He
Deb.
was going either way.
Well, and also, she got help. Come on. That is pretty funny. Also, I don't know if we've ever said this, but you mentioned that you came up with Dude Evan Bro, but he didn't like mean to. He wasn't even calling him Dude Evan Bro. He was just calling him Evan. But Ben was chilling really hard, and we
Big chill.
and he just goes, dude, Evan, bro. And like from there, it just stuck. That's just hilarious.
How Dude Evan
Dude
Bro's
Evan
born.
Bro.
Deb.
Little Debbie.
Evan's haters.
My favorite treats, though.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
do eat
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of Little Debbie.
Mainly cream pies.
I
zebra
bought a
cakes.
double-decker cream pie from the gas station. Twice was not as good.
Yeah, too much cream.
Too much cream
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
in the pie.
Speaking of cream pies, where are you taking Randy for dinner tonight, Ken?
I don't think anywhere. I think Randy's staying right where he's at.
Oh, boy.
A little night in, if you call it.
I did see one of our friends. He texted us this morning that he might have found a girlfriend for Randy.
See, that's honestly
Oh,
also
yeah, I don't know
another
if
thing.
that's-
I don't think Randy's interested.
I just thought of it like halfway through it. Like it would have been so funny if you somehow showed up with like oh yeah, I brought Randy back and he's got a girlfriend now. So you guys take care. I don't know if do they make female crash test dummies when you were shopping
Not
for
the
them?
ones.
They're
They
not
don't
the
call
ones
them
It's
that.
a different
dummies,
kind of
but-
dummy.
They don't call
Not
them
the crash
crash
test
test
ones, no.
dummies.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They're probably about the same price, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Matt said there was talks about getting them a partner, but
It was kind of weird that you were carrying around like a life-size human being doll, but that one doesn't look all that sexual. But if you had two life-size human being dolls, that would have been weird.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that it was on that My Strange Addiction or something. The guy was dating a female doll and would bring her
Everywhere.
to dinner
That's
and stuff.
nuts.
Yeah, I saw like the
Imagine
clip
how
of it.
much work that had to have been. Was his lighter, I'd assume? Unless he's into different kind of.
Is what?
Was it any more work than dating a real girl, you think?
And is it any more work than dating a real
well,
girl?
yeah, and I would say like that's honestly, I mean, still very weird, but probably less weird than like there's the classic dude who was like in love with his Chevy Lumina.
Yeah, I was just saying, what about the guy who was
There's
in...
nothing wrong with being in love with a Chevy.
I think you probably blend in a little
And
more
then-
being in love with your car.
How
Yeah, that's
so?
true.
Not when
Like
you're-
sexually
Yes,
in love with him?
yes.
No,
So-
he used
so
to
it
stove
her
the
or
tailpipe.
whatever.
Yeah, but he would sit his legs under the front.
Look at this guy.
You know a thing or
yeah,
two about
yeah. Look,
that,
look,
eh?
look.
My name's Nathaniel. I'm 27 years old,
Is this real?
and I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
He's kissing the front bumper.
This can't be real.
God
Oh,
dang,
Randy.
dude. This guy's really passionate.
Handsome
He
man.
kissing this thing.
My handsome man.
I'm gonna get a tetanus
Oh,
shot
wait,
on
it's a
your
man.
wiener because you were screwing your muffler.
He met Chase in a resale lot about 5 years
Dude.
ago.
I can't remember what it was called, hicksploitation, where you exploit hick people. Grindhard told us about that. But there should be laws against publicizing people like this.
Yeah.
I'm more
Why
Why the
you hear
fuck
of a
does
guy
this guy
who-
want to go on the?
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
right.
Well, I'm sure he probably...
I don't know what they offer them, but TLC has to be the best, I guess.
And this is
Hicksploitation.
old. This is like
yeah.
15 years old, I bet.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they go to this guy who probably is in financial need,
Yeah.
and they go, "Hey man, we'll pay you $3,000 to kiss your car on TV." And he goes,
Sign me up.
"I'll say I effed the tailpipe for $5." And they go, "Deal. We would have done it for $40." And then he's, before you know it, kissing the front bumper of a Chevy Lumina.
We could send a camera out tonight at 12 a.m. to find Evan out with his Chev out back.
Gosh,
There's a
dang.
whole. I got a whole fleet
No,
of
they have-
Chevys
I
out
mean-
there. It takes a lot of time to keep them all happy. Some gets jealous. And you'll give a little extra attention to the other one. And
That's one of many. Like, there's another substantial one where they're in love with this particular Ferris wheel, and they bought it. I took out savings, and I bought this Ferris wheel. Like, I'm in love with it. I am sexually interested in this Ferris wheel.
What?
Yeah.
How about like the one girl that used to eat drywall?
bro, I swear to
Well,
God,
then
that
there's
was the
that
one
too.
that I was thinking in my head when I'm thinking about all those
Like-
messed up ones.
There's
Is she
drywall, there's
okay?
like mattresses.
There's like
Mattress, yeah.
dryer sheets. Girl was just addicted to the flavor of the dryer sheets. I think that was probably one of the lighter ones. But
Can you look up like the strangest?
Strange addictions.
Why is it? Dalton from CBoys TV crying.
Okay, so that's my search history. It was
Damn, Dalton not
on
even
one of
here and
his
he's getting toasted.
on one of his things. That was the search. You know, like TikTok search will
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
say
yeah.
crazy things. That's what it was. It was a Dalton from CBoys TV crying, and I was like, well, I gotta click on this because I always thought it was gonna lead to something.
There was a weird trend of TikToks going around that said Dalton from CBoys TV has to go. And some of them got a weird amount of likes, and it's just like, for those of you that think that, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, Dalton's
Like,
a huge asset to the team. He's a great guy too.
Like, you can make those TikToks if you want, but like they are invalid because like it's not real.
If we all didn't like Dalton, I mean, one of us cannot like him, but if the rest of us like him, he's sticking around.
I always looked at those and wondered like which side they were taking. If they were like Dalton needs to leave, as if they were saying like he shouldn't be dealing with it.
Yeah,
or
I
putting up
wonder
with
that
this.
same-
Like
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's how they looked at it.
Both
but-
sides. I was like kind of fired up about it, and I was like, dang, you know, some people are like really just saying whatever they want. Again, you know, behind a keyboard, whatever. And then Sydney's like, I think a lot of those people like they'll throw a like on because they're here for the lore. They're here for the.
That's
you
probably
know,
true.
Yeah, they're here for the Randy being stolen. No matter what side they're on, they're here for it.
He told me the other day, he's like, bro, I'm getting death threats.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, are you serious? He goes, yeah. He's like, I know they're
That's
not,
not cool.
real, but it's still crazy to read what someone wrote.
Yeah, no, that's insane. I think what people don't realize too is like if our channel was all just like rainbows and butterflies of like having the exact same personality or not showing, you know, when shit goes wrong or like things like that, like it wouldn't be fun to watch. And it wouldn't be fun to watch if every character on the channel was the exact same. So that's where like when Dalton, you know, is riffing with Evan, it's funny to show. Like there's so many different like little side, I guess you could call them like side quests of CBoys TV that like if you're a fan that watches every single week, you would understand where like that's what makes our videos so special. And it's like the different personalities that we have and like just like the different storylines. And it's like you guys got to let up a little bit on like the kid.
Yeah, he was just supposed to be like filming, not supposed to be on camera, and then it just like so naturally started like rolling into
like we think it's funny.
camera.
We think
and
it's funny,
is
and that's
super
why we put
funny.
it in there.
And then like we just started getting it on camera, and then we were just like editing. It's like this is kind of funny. You put it in, and then it starts snowballing. And now like poor Dalton's over here getting death threats. He's 18 years old.
Yeah.
He just graduated high school. Hard-working
He
young
does
kid.
a great job.
Does an amazing job. Dalton's the best, man. I've been saying it for a long time. Like since after a month when we hired him, I was like, dude, that kid is a beast. Because he is. He's a freaking beast, dude.
Dude, one thing to note too,
He can
like,
do everything. He's so good.
I just love like how the dynamic of everyone here, but then when he came in, the dynamic got even wider spread. Like, dude, he makes me feel younger and older all at the same time. Like some of the, like, dude, some of the stuff he
Well,
says.
I don't know what you
decade
guys
younger
are
than
getting into that he makes you feel that way.
Just some of the stuff he says.
Yeah, he definitely is a little bit more ear to the ground with the trends and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
But
trends, you know, the short shorts. Those are
yeah, I'm
fun
glad those are
for
gone.
some people.
Thank God it's getting cold out.
Those
Yeah,
ones,
but
okay.
He did ask Ken, is there anything I could improve on after the first month of working for us? And Ken said, maybe wear a little less cologne too.
And he did. It smelled like a Hollister store for like a month.
Come on.
He was wearing a lot of cologne for coming in and working at the shop. But
Dude,
we'll,
I was
we'll have to
talking-
have Dalton on sometime.
yeah.
We will, yeah, we
'cause,
will.
I mean,
In not defense of himself when Evan's sitting there.
I need, screw it. Like next podcast, I think we're
we
looking
go.
good for that. Yeah. Like,
yeah, let's do
have
that.
him on.
I was telling Dalton, I go, hey man, people didn't like Ken just a very short 16 months ago. And look at him now.
Yeah, he's like a favorite on the channel.
Superstar.
I told him too. I was like, dude, like just because people are like hating on you doesn't mean that you're not making a difference, you know, in the video or whatever. Like, you know, you're not really supposed to even be on camera. And now it's like you're a character. Like people are noticing you and like, you know, which is really good, you know. And I'd say in terms of making a difference in the video, whether people like you or not, you made a difference and you made some kind of form of entertainment. Kind of feels like WWE over here, but it's real life. It's real life. Except between you and Dalton, I don't know who is the baby face and who is the
heel.
The baby face being the good guy and the heel being
Definitely the good guy.
I feel like you're the heel, but still everyone's on your side.
Is it not fair to say that when I get into it with Dalton, that he literally starts it every time? Is that a fair observation? No, you guys don't agree?
I don't know.
I think it varies.
I swear,
I mean, every time would be a stretch.
I definitely get into it and go back and forth, but I swear he just sets it up, like tees the ball up, and it's just.
It's almost like you inflame the situation though sometimes too.
I'm gas. He's an already burning fire.
I think somebody else has to tell you that you're gas.
For instance, we'll say his truck. You know, he loves this truck. He's into cars.
That
he's
one
into trucks.
was the tough
He spends
break.
all this time and money trying to make his truck cool.
That was
And
the tough
quite frankly, he's watched CboysTV since he was like 10 or something like that. So like the beginning. It's so crazy that he works with us. He'll
Ben
have to
threw
talk
a water
about it.
balloon at him when he was 6.
Yeah, that's true. Then he gets here, and you're just like, that thing's a piece of shit.
After
Like
he-
it's just like he's just like, I'm
Guys
sure
that
it hurts
drive
his feelings,
Trucks
dude.
like that, gotta hear that once in a while.
You know, so I'm sure that doesn't make him like you.
Oh, Dalton loves me, CJ.
I mean, maybe. But we'll have to have him on. Speaking of people that don't like us.
Pretty good segue.
What about that video last night Whistlin Diesel dropped?
Dude, kind of caught a stray.
Yeah, it definitely was a stray.
Was it a stray or what?
It was a. Have you seen it yet, Mike?
No.
You know, we're just minding our own business over here, and then he makes a video, and then he calls our mini truck not cool, which was like that's fine, but that hurt Gavin's feelings, our mechanic. He's pissed about it.
I think the biggest thing, again, what you explained to me, obviously, I'm going to watch it right after this, but you were like, how he was like, yeah, all they did was put a Hayabusa truck. All they did was put a Hayabusa engine in the mini truck. That's still cool.
They never said that, but they were like kind of mimicking us at the end. That's where I was like, the mimicking makes it seem like doesn't like us, which is fine. I really don't give a shit if he doesn't like us. I don't want anything from him. I don't need anything from him.
Yeah, I mean, he's made like several comments like in his videos about, you know, being like, you know, I'm the best YouTuber. Like I'm the what did he say at the end?
Why don't we
He just
pull it
does
up?
everything
Why don't we
better.
just pull it up?
Yeah, I will always be bigger and better.
It honestly is very light, but the subs are fired up, man. All right, right here, watch this.
Maybe there's something we can do to give it a little more power so we can go like road speed, but
Hayabusa slot. Fire up the Hayabusa.
Initiate the Viper 11.
Whose voice do you think they were mimicking there?
Kind of sounded like Ben.
You think they were making fun of your voice, Ben?
Fire up the Hayabusa?
Yeah,
probably.
Damn, Ben.
Dude,
Catch and stray.
I just think it's funny. I don't really think it's too malicious.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
same.
It's just it's funny for sure. I think it'd be awesome if we raced them.
Well, yeah, we'd win. It'd be super lit.
I think it'd be awesome.
To claim that the jet engine red Honda Acti mini truck is better is just like, I mean, they're just honestly two different things, and
It's not even faster. It's
I
like not
know,
even better in
yeah.
any way other
Yeah.
than looking ridiculous.
I think that he probably looked at it and was like, oh, this would be a good idea on a mini truck, putting a jet engine on it. What looks the best? Red. Well, somebody already has a red mini truck, so I'm going to get ahead of the comments of everyone being like, I copied CboysTV.
Completely agree.
And then I'm going to throw a jab because he said some other YouTubers have done it, but theirs wasn't cool, so I'm going to do that. So I think he said that to get ahead of the comments to make it seem like his is better, and that's why he did it.
His is definitely cool.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. It's sick.
Yeah.
But
I agree completely.
I think that's why he did that, because he was just like trying to not have everyone be like, oh, you copied him.
Yeah.
And that was his like defense mechanism against it. But I've spent, quite a bit of time with him, and I don't think he would say that like to our face necessarily.
I think it's just playing into his character, quite frankly.
Only one way to settle it.
Ronald.
A drag race for pink slips.
With a race.
Maybe, I don't know how fast you can really get going with a jet engine. Maybe after 100, he'll
you gotta
be
worry
beating
about
us.
that
But I
stuff.
mean, we'll have to go to like the salt flats if he's gonna do that.
He was in the
Imagine
salt flats,
100
right?
miles
Where
per
was he?
Dude.
How fast did he go in the video?
I would
didn't watch
imagine, like, it said 80, I think.
That's first gear.
Dude, that's...
He'd be better off putting wings on it. then take away like the fact of it being able to roll. Like you'd be better off just getting some actual lift.
And then challenge us to a flying race.
If he made that thing fly, I would hands down give him all the
You
roses.
got the coolest
That would
mini
be
truck.
insane.
Yep.
Yeah, for
That
sure,
would be
dude.
insane. It's the
For
only mini
sure.
truck that can fly.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
they're hell of vehicles, man.
I think it's all fun and games. It's just like it's just funny that it's about a red mini truck
know.
of all
Well,
things. Like at the end of the day, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I just had to bring it up because I know it's relevant right now, and people are DMing us, people are commenting on our stuff, saying it. So I want to respond, but I think we got to run them in a drag race.
Mini truck combine.
Yeah, winner gets to keep the other person's mini truck.
I bet he would love to squash ours.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'd be-
that's a pretty good stakes. Like
Gavin would legit cry, wouldn't you?
Look at this.
I do want to go on record and say I'm not pissed about it, but I will be pissed if we can't race him and beat him.
And you'd be even more pissed if we lost the race and then lost the mini truck.
Yeah, that would be
Bro.
bad, but then I guess maybe I could just build a faster one.
Well, and then
Yeah.
he would
There
have
you go.
grounds to stand on. We couldn't be mad if he says his is better and then he
And then
beats,
beats us.
fair
Well,
and
that
square.
would obviously suck for
You know,
everyone. Yeah.
there's nothing we can do about it. We lost fair and square.
Then he gets to crush it with his tank.
I also got to say he does have a nice hat. Oh, and one more thing. I did get a gift for you guys.
Oh, look at this.
I got the last one we got. What was that? 8 months ago? 3 million?
Wow.
Let's
No
go.
shit.
Gavin?
Thank you,
Big
Gavin. Hey, 4 million subscribers, baby.
Let's go.
What are we celebrating with? Corbell?
There's only one bottle. You can't even get Liddy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. 8 months ago, that was what I could afford. Today, that's all the C-store had.
There we go.
There we go. Well, hey, thank you, Gav.
Thanks, Gav.
Yeah, thank you,
Crucial
Gav.
part of us hitting 4 milli, by the way, Gav. I will say
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate
Dude,
that.
without everyone on our team, from obviously Dalton behind the camera and now kind of in front of it, the mechanics, the fabricators, Randy, Justin, all of the designers. The team is pretty big nowadays, which honestly I don't think people know, but
Sorry, that was insane.
wouldn't be able to do it without everyone on our team.
We're doing a little start giveaway this weekend, so stay tuned for that. You'll see it on Thursday's video, and we have some fun fall gear that we designed. I don't know. You guys just got to stay tuned.
Wearing it.
Yeah.
Start giveaway.
So
Yeah, start giveaway.
You guys have been,
But
like
merch will be available for
we-
longer than that.
We've
but-
been doing like some big giveaways, and we want to keep doing that. But we also want to like do some smaller, shorter giveaways. And
Man, I just
start
have
dirt
this
bikes, man.
just weird desire to grab that bottle and just start spraying it. Dude,
All
I
right, so
just
we were in
love
Nashville
spraying
this
champagne.
weekend, just kind of on a little trip for fun. We had our girls with and everything. I paid for the Airbnb and had like the insurance thing or whatever it is. You got to put a deposit down in
Security
case
deposit.
you break shit. Yeah, security deposit. Ben is like 2 a.m. one night. He's got all this champagne. He's like just about to pop it and start spraying it all over the inside. I go, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, no, like, because, it makes a huge mess. And it's almost impossible to clean up. Fucking last night, the very last night we're there, I'm tired as shit because we've been running around for 4 days straight, pretty much just walking around in bars. So I go to bed, wake up in the morning to find out Ben popped a champagne bottle and sprayed it all over the fucking place.
he sprayed it like he won a damn NASCAR
He
race.
sprayed it like I don't know what it is about. Yeah.
Oh no!
Luckily,
That
I got my
champagne-
security deposit back.
No. I did
cleaned
spray,
it
I
up
did
a little
spray it,
bit?
and I immediately was like, "Oh, CJ's gonna be fucking pissed, right?" So I go, "Jeff, grab a rag," and me and Jeff wiped the whole kitchen down. It probably looked better than it did when we got there, but it's just too fun.
Last weekend, normally I'm the one booking the Airbnbs, all
See
that.
it.
Dude,
$5
that
million.
shit
it was
was
nice
hard.
not having to
I did
worry about
not
that.
like doing that. I did not like doing that. I didn't know what I was doing. No
Well-
one else knew what they were doing because I was leading it.
Yeah, dude, Ken, seriously, bro, appreciate you so much for every time we travel, you book everything, and that
Traveling
actually
again.
does not go unnoticed.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ken for booking everything, and shout out to everyone listening right now on the podcast for if you've subscribed, means the world to us. And
4 million.
Thank you for 4 million.
4 million
yeah.
subscribers. Shout out everyone in this room. We wouldn't be
Best
here without
team
you
and the best
guys.
subs.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
See you at 5.